Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Lauren, Tom, Vicky, Hair Force One, Stephanie, how are you doing? Glad to see you all can make it. Welcome. Oh man. What a day, what another day. How's everybody's weekend going? Yep, it's just one of those chill nights. So if you have nothing else to do and you just want to talk and you just want to hang out, this is probably the live stream for you. God, it's been a long day. Whose birthday is it? YW. Hey, happy birthday. Thank you so much for being here on your birthday. That's awesome. Danny. Hi, my beautiful friends. And Jordan, how are you doing? Danny, how are you doing? Welcome. So far, so good. How about yourself? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Watching Night Swim. Oh, I've heard some interesting things about Night Swim. Won't lie. Val Raven. Hey. Benicio. Welcome. Welcome. Everybody. Hey, 20 viewers already. Guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I might as well almost call this live stream. Thank you for 27,000 because, yeah, we hit 27,000 the other day. Already almost to 27,100. Pretty. We're doing pretty solid. You read a good book? That's always fun. I mean, I haven't read a book in so long. I don't think I have the mind span for it right now. I just can't. I have a hard time. I have a struggling time to read books unless I have someone to read with. It's really a bit of a struggle. Val Raven, you became a member again. Welcome back to being a member. Glad you could make it. And let's talk about some things, by the way, on this live stream. Things I want to go ahead and explain and things I want to kind of dive more into. Did you see the Northern Lights last night? No, I missed them. Honestly, I probably won't be live too long tonight, only because I plan on going out. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting them again, and I don't want to miss them. But I definitely wanted to go live tonight because I want to try to go live at least once a week, so I can talk to you guys and see if there's any new people who want to hop on in and be a part of it. Holy moly, made it back! Welcome back. Hello, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm doing a Duolingo Russian lesson. Oh, no worries, Shadow. That's awesome. And you're really not late at all. We're only 4 minutes in. 38-month member. You are, I think, on the verge of becoming a rainbow ghost, Adam Fink. By the way, I want to go ahead and applaud Val Raven for becoming a member again, and Adam for being a member for over 38 months. 38 months a channel member. Insanity. Hello, fellow maniacs. Hello, Jordan. What's up, man? Welcome. If there's anything you want to talk about, paranormal-wise, horror film-wise, we can talk about almost anything you want to chat about. No problem. Yeah, he's getting pretty close to the Rainbow Ghost. I think you have to be with us for about 2 or 3 years, if not longer than that, to become a Rainbow Ghost. It's like the last one, so it's not going to be easy to hit. But the longer you're with us, the more better of a shot you have at becoming one of them. What am I doing today? Basically, what I've been doing today is a lot of yard work. I was mowing the lawn earlier. I was trying to get stuff done around the house. Doing a lot of planning. Mother's Day is tomorrow, so I've been trying to get something done with my mom and see if I can try to get her something, but probably will be a late gift. She's not awake right now, so I'm probably allowed to tell you what I want to get her. Basically, back in Washington State, we used to have a plum tree, a prune tree, an Italian prune tree, and we don't have one here, so I thought it would be kind of cool to get her a plum tree, an Italian plum tree, and plant it out in the yard somewhere. So I've been trying to see if I can get one. Well, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, happy early Mother's Day to every mother out there. Yeah, absolutely. Any mothers in the audience, any mothers in the world, just happy early Mother's Day. New episode of a show I love came out. But they're ruining the show with bad writing, etc. I hate when that happens. Yep. You know what's interesting? Speaking of TV shows, I actually saw a post today where I guess the new Crystal Lake series, the guy they had beforehand, the guy who was actually going to make the show, yeah, I guess he had a plan where he was going to make an hour-long chase scene, do an episode of Crystal Lake, which is like crazy to think about. And kind of, it sounds bad when you say it, like when you just put it on paper, it sounds kind of bad. But if it was done right, film wise, I mean, it could have been a lot of fun. I mean, an hour long chase between like Pamela and some campers or something. I mean, that would have been great. Yeah, I'm going to dinner with my family in an hour. Oh, nice, Benicio, nice. You're such a good son. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Less than 6 months old, but it's haunted, but it takes the form of occasionally possesses people. Sorry, I'm just gonna... I love when I just squint at the chat. Hopefully more people hop on in. Not a lot of people are hopping on in right now, but more than likely nobody's getting notified about this live stream, which is fine. It's kind of the risk you have to take. I got the AC on in the background in case anybody hears the AC. Also, someone made a comment earlier about the bells that go off in the background. The truth of the matter is, I'm not going to pause it every time the church bells go off, because if I did that, it would be literally me pausing it for 7 minutes every hour for every video I record. So I understand that the church bells can get annoying, but in all honesty, you can't really all too well hear them in the background anyways. They're not like over blaring the video or anything like that, but I do apologize that you can hear them in a sense. But yeah, someone made a comment earlier, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about that a little bit, get my thoughts out there. It's just one of those things. I'm not going to pause it for 7 minutes every hour, because they go off for 7 minutes every hour where I'm living. You actually got notified. That's awesome. I recently got my Killer Clowns 4K I've never seen, so I'm so excited to dive into it. I got my 4K. Yep, I got mine too. That's awesome. I'm glad you got one. I saw a notification that you reacted to the new Twin Paranormal video. After this live, I'm going to watch it. I did not react to the new Twin Paranormal. I wonder if Zawoki did. It might have been Zawoki. I have not reacted to Twin Paranormal in a good minute. I reacted to Project Fear last night, and I also posted a Dad's Games reaction, but I didn't post a Twin Paranormal one. I don't know. The church bells are cool, spooky. They're thing to just hear. Is it just me? Anyone? I actually got notified. That's so cool. I'm glad you're getting notified. But yeah, I wonder if Zawoki actually posted that. Zawoki did. I just finished watching it. Okay, so it was Zawoki, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't watched a Twin Paranormal video in a while. And... Hey, Ashley, how you doing? How are you this evening? In the chat, how is everyone? Welcome, Ashley. Glad you can make it. Oh, don't worry about it, Stephanie. It's okay. It's okay. Honestly, we react to pretty much the same kind of content for the most part, so it's kind of easy to kind of mix us up sometimes. No doubt. But I haven't reacted to a Twin Paranormal video. If I had to be honest with you guys, Twin Paranormal, and this is probably going to hurt a lot of feelings, and I really don't. This is not the point of me saying this. Twin Paranormal, I've lost my interest in them. And that's not, again, I'm being as honest as I can. I'm not trying to step on toes. I'm not trying to bash anybody here. I've just lost a lot of interest. I really used to like their content. As a matter of fact, I loved their content when I first started reacting. But now I just feel like what they load their videos with today, where I feel like they're trying a bit too hard to be funny, comes off as, I don't want to say cringe. I don't want to, again, I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm not trying to be rude about it. The humor doesn't work for me. And it just is what it is. It's not like I'm not going to react to them again ever. It's just I need to take a break on them. Because when I started watching them, the most recent videos I watched with them, I thought they were fine. But for some reason, I feel like Twin Paranormal kind of has lost a lot of what I truly, really appreciated about them. And that was the respect they showed for each location, which I feel like is still there, but at the same time, it's not really still there. It feels like it's kind of been pushed to the side a little bit, and they're trying to open up the possibilities of more humor, more of a fun tone, kind of like Sam and Colby. I feel like they kind of are putting themselves into that category more than they are just kind of being paranormal investigators, which there's nothing wrong with that. You know, to each their own. If that's the kind of content they want to deliver, I'm not going to sit there and tell them they can't deliver that content. I mean, it is what it is, and I respect the shit out of that. But for me, it's one of those things that I've just taken notice of, and after a while, it gets a bit draining. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Again, I really got to be careful what I say, because I'm going to piss off a lot of people, even knowing I am truly somebody who will state what I feel no matter what. It doesn't matter. That's just kind of how I feel. The boys are naturally funny. I agree with that. I think their chemistry, when they bounce off each other, it works hilariously. With Twin Paranormal, I feel like there's just too much trying too hard. Like, the trying to make funny voices, making sexual jokes, acting, just that kind of humor does not really work with me all too well, all too much, especially when it's consistently always happening, if that makes any sense. Well, thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. To be honest, I've never watched Twin Paranormal, just not interested. I'd say check out their older stuff. If I ever had to recommend their stuff, check out their older content. And you might really show an appreciation, because again, you got to understand, I don't just make these videos, and I don't I don't speak this way just to I got to really explain myself when I describe this stuff, because you really don't want to forget something and then people kind of point at you saying, well, what do you mean by this? You understand, I got to explain myself when I start talking about this stuff a little bit. I have not seen the special features. Don't spoil anything. I want to watch the special features by far. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Antonis? Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for hitting that like button. Almost, we already got 10 likes. Hell yeah, it's great. Great stuff. Well, that's fair. I'd imagine it's not fun to react to a group you're not enjoying at the moment. It's really not. And look, I understand that that a lot of people love watching those reactions to Twin Paranormal. A lot of people like hearing what I have to say. But after a while, when there's been a few times where I've bitten my tongue on some of the humor they've used in their videos, it just doesn't work for me. That's basically the bottom line. It just does not hit me. It doesn't make me laugh. It makes me go, let's just get to the investigation. No offense to them. It's working very well for them, and I'm happy for those guys. Trust me. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm happy for those guys. But as a reactor, it's just one of those things to where it's like you're going to come across channels that if you start reacting to in the beginning, you might be surprised where they go in the future. And for me, the change between Twin Paranormal from where they were in the beginning for me and what they are now was drastic. A drastic change. To the point where it's almost like it's a completely almost different group from where they were in the beginning. Not as like drastic as Sam and Colby, where I feel like Sam and Colby kind of remained themselves throughout the entire process for the most part. Twin Paranormal really did like a 180 with the humor and stuff. Like, it's literally a lot of humor. And it's not the humor that works for my taste. People are going to be annoyed. I'm repeating myself. I do that, guys. I'm sorry. I repeat myself sometimes, but it is what it is. You prefer the boys? Yeah. And sometimes Sam and Colby. I think Sam and Colby and the boys are better at the humor for me. Yeah. I do prefer Twin Paranormal than Sam and Colby. Oh, that's respectable. That's respectable. I respect that opinion. I do. On your lunch break. Hey, Jason. On your lunch break. Horror movie talk. Fun. Just watched Abigail. Oh, my sister actually just went and saw Abigail. Yeah. That's awesome. What did you think of it? I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, Francis. Hope everyone is having a great Saturday. I'm having a pretty good one. Thank you. Don't worry. We understand, Jordan. Thank you. I appreciate that, Shadow. You read my mind. Yeah, no hate to them. I still watch their stuff. It just kind of feels like they are catering the younger people with a lot of energy. That's kind of where it is, man. I mean, you got to understand, too. And you know they're aiming for, a much younger audience also when they have to bleep out almost every cuss word. And not even every cuss word, just a word that could be taken offensively are being bleeped out. So you can tell they're trying to aim for that, younger demographic, and that's fine. More respect to them. I mean, it's not an easy thing where you have to, monetize, or not monetize, but you have to go through every single one of your videos and try to bleep out or leave out, the cuss words that you say. Where it's like, for me, I just don't care. That's just a part of me. I've gotten heat for my cussing several times. I've gotten heat from people who are watching my movie reactions from back in the day, where I'm watching, like, The Dark Crystal, and because it was a kid's film back in the day, they take offense to the fact I cussed during the reaction. It is what it is. I'm not going to change because people are offended. That's just, for me, that's not right. I'm not going to change because people get offended by the cuss words I say or things like that. That's not me being me on this channel, and at that point, there'd be no point. If I can't be myself, then there's really no point of me doing this YouTube channel. I don't care for Twin Paranormal that much. Earlier, I love the boys better. I think the boys, again, if we're going to go back to the kind of comedy that is projected in the boys, I just think they hit it better. I think they nail it better. They're not forcing it. It comes naturally. to where it's like in the opening of some of Twin Paranormal's videos, and we've gotten on like a giant talk about Twin Paranormal, but like in the beginning of a lot of Twin Paranormal videos, there's just so many moments. Unfortunately, it's not even moments. It's literally like from the beginning of the video to about 5 to 6 minutes into the video, we're listening to pretty much them crack jokes, make noises and voices, and, you know, talk about dicks humping. It's silly, stupid humor that would work for a certain group of people, and it's just, that's fine. This doesn't work for me. It's just, I feel like they're just trying too hard, and that's not necessary. I don't think you need to try too hard. I mean, I like these guys from the beginning for what they were doing. You know, we don't need, you know, you guys to try too hard. But maybe that's just what they want to do, and again, that's fine. You know, maybe I'm just viewing it that way. Maybe that's just my perspective. For me, it just looks like they're trying too hard, but to them, they might be just having fun. Well, if it bothers people that much, they can watch something else. And that's kind of the... And that's the thing, you know, they would rather use that excuse a lot. We can watch something else instead, right? And that's very true. You can go and watch something else. But normally they come back because deep down they actually do like watching what you are bringing. So even knowing they do say, that, you know, people do tell them that, hey, if you don't like it, why don't you just go away and not come back? But I think certain people have the right to kind of state their opinions no matter what. Even if it's offensive to me, even if like people get mad at me and come at me, it is what it is. I don't delete comments. I don't kick people out unless they're going after other people and like making threats or, you know, being really disgustingly horrible. I don't really normally kick people out. But if they try to state their opinions about me, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it is what it is. If you don't like what I'm saying, I mean, I pissed off quite a few people with the Omar video I did, where people just think I'm hating on Omar, and that could be far from the truth. I'm really not hating on Omar. I mean, if that is your idea of someone hating on somebody, I don't think you understand what real hate is. All I said in my video about Omar was what his text, or what his tweet, I think, came off as. And how he could have gone about it better. I wasn't sitting there saying this guy is a piece of shit human being who is, you know, how dare he say this, that, and this. I wasn't saying nothing like that. All I was saying was, this is how you come off when you make posts like this. And he removed the post, by the way, so it must have had some sort of overall effect on him. Not saying my video did, but other people made videos too. Beardo made a video. Yeah, it's just, it's just one of those things. It's like, people, I'm not really hating on him. If you actually sat down and watched the video and hear my thoughts, instead of look at the title and just assume that I'm hating on him, you would have probably have known that I really wasn't hating on him. As a matter of fact, I gave him a lot of leeway. You know, people were saying he could have just been having a bad day and he made a horrible, you know, he made this tweet. It's like, okay, but that doesn't mean the tweet is any less, you know, great to make, right? Just because he's having a bad day. It's like, okay, we all have bad days. I'm not saying he didn't have a bad day, but this is what he comes off as. And then people were telling me that apparently Omar has been like this for years. And I'm like, okay, how many bad days has he had? And then people were saying that he lost family. And I'm like, okay, well, there's that too. It's just, but I wasn't trying to be a dick. I wasn't putting the guy down. I wasn't trying to make him feel bad. I just was saying that this is what it makes you look like. You know, that tweet made him look very ungrateful. Nobody was arguing with that. But they would rather just point at me and say, you're a hater. You're an Omar hater. No. No, far from it. I even said we had a blast doing a freaking marathon on my channel. We actually sat here and watched a lot of Omar videos. We had a blast. So he makes very entertaining content. Jordan, do you own the Killer Clowns from Outer Space physical media release from the Arrow website? I do not own the Arrow edition. I loved the Arrow edition. But I do own the Scream Factory edition, which I just got, the 4K. It's so cool. How's Church and your other animals doing? They're doing very good. Thank you for asking. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. How do people improve if they never hear they made a mistake? In my opinion, you approached it very nicely. Well, thank you so much. I thought I did too, but it doesn't save you. It doesn't save you. People are telling me, you know, worry about yourself. That's a big one. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about what this guy is doing. Look, the paranormal, and this might be a horrible comparison. The paranormal for me, like paranormal investigators and people who are part of the paranormal community on YouTube and on, like, you know, television and stuff, it's like my Super Bowl. Or like people when they're talking about football players, okay? I like to talk about people in the paranormal field like they are football players. So when someone makes a tweet, I like to, give my thoughts because I'm very passionate about this stuff. And if I can help somebody, maybe like look at their tweet or maybe look at what they're doing and maybe realize that, okay, maybe you're right about that. I mean, that's great. Again, I'm not putting these guys down, right? I'm not going after them. I'm not trying to dig a knife into them, their reputation. I'm just saying what I'm personally feeling when I look at this tweet. But again, people, have you ordered from Arrow before? I've ordered, I think, one or two Arrow things, yeah. I love them. They're great. Everyone has bad days, though. I like them, but don't watch them anymore. And it's like, I can't sit here and tell you not to watch or who you can and who you can't watch. And by the way, I want to say thank you to Antonis for donating. I really appreciate that $4.99, man. You're a badass. Sorry, dog's barking. Sorry, dog was barking, and didn't want him to annoy you guys. Heard to annoy you. I mean, he put a tweet out to know everyone can agree with them. Yeah, exactly. The tweet was public, so. Hey, what's up, Nick and Thor? Welcome, member for 14 months. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Is it bell time? No. It was dog time. Dog was starting to bark like crazy. Yeah, going nuts down there. You're welcome, bro. Love supporting you. Well, thank you, Antonis. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support. I really do. Thank you. Yeah, your dog does that a lot. Yeah, I would love to see a video paranormal investigators go into a house where the ghost was a paranormal investigator. That'd be neat, wouldn't it? Hey, man, hope you're doing well. Congrats on 27,000 subs. You're so close to 30,000. Love the vids. Thank you so much, Kev. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hopping on in here and telling me that, too. That means a lot. Really, I'm glad you guys take notice in it. Yeah, almost 30,000. Dude, can you believe almost 10 years ago, 1 year ago, we were at 17,000. Yeah, 17,000 subs. Now we're at 27,000. So we gained over 10,000 subs within 1 year. Crazy. It was our dog. Yeah, our German Shepherd, Callie, downstairs, just like losing it. Hey, Jordan, do you like watching Eddie's horror gameplays? His commentary is so hilarious. I do. The only reason why I don't do reactions to him or watch them recently is because I've myself been trying to get into horror games a little bit. I haven't done one in a while, but I want to get back into it with Poppy Playtime. And by the way, they're making a Poppy Playtime film. Yeah, believe it or not, it's getting a movie adaptation, which I got to get through the games. I'm going to do it. I promise. But yeah. Callie's barking, you're just stating your opinion, giving your thoughts, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I played and beat the Quarry, and I loved it a lot. Yeah, me and Brandon need to get back into that. Oh, it's been a while since we played games. Oh, my God. Got to get back into that. It's been a while. I apologize to everybody who's subscribed to my gaming channel. I apologize for the lack of content over there. Life has been a lot lately. I can't lie about that. It's been a lot. This is the most adult this is the most adult I think I have ever felt in my life. I have been doing nothing but planning ahead, bills, buying the house, YouTube. I have never felt more like when people say you're going to miss your childhood, this is the most it's ever kicked me right in the freaking stomach. Just hit me. We can't expect you to talk to us 24/7. It used to happen all the time. I used to go live all the time. My dad went to go pick up my little sister from work, and they walked into the house, and she loses it. You okay? I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing okay. I have taken a lot of mental health days. You have to do that. You have to. When you're under a lot of stress, and I'm sure a lot of you guys understand what I'm talking about. When you're under a lot of stress, you have to take those mental health days to kind of, hey, emo girl, welcome. Thank you so much for hopping on and appreciate you making it. Appreciate that a lot. Now falling in reverse song, tip the heavy. Little tip the heavy. Do what you need to do, Jordan. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Your mental health is important for sure. Thank you. No, it is. And I obviously, I don't want to overwork myself either. I don't want to put myself so much into stress that I start losing my hair or something. Oh my God, I wouldn't want to go on camera ever again. I really wouldn't. Do you own a pair of Hey Dudes? I don't know what those are, to be honest with you. I don't think I do. Yeah, I had anxiety and stress not too long ago. Yeah, this is, to me, this is a constant thing at this point. And we start paying for the house next month. Like in the beginning of June, we start paying for the house. It's a very exciting process. I'm actually really excited. I have never been more excited to do something so big in my life. And then at some point, I'm going to be taking out a loan and getting the roof done. And you already know the process, the plans, of what I want to do. You guys, I've been keeping you updated for as long as I can. I have a YouTube channel too. Oh, no kidding. That's awesome. What do you do on your YouTube channel? We would hate to have you force YouTube vacation days for you. It's one of those things, and I got to tell you guys, and I know this is something that I do mention a lot, but I have to mention it. I want to personally thank the channel members. Congratulations to you. Thank you. I'm not sure. Thank you. Yes, I mean, you could say congratulations, but I wouldn't have been doing it without you guys, and that's the honest to God truth. I really feel like it would never have happened if I did not have YouTube behind me, and obviously this job that I really appreciate I got. But you guys really have made it a lot easier for me to like really take a sip, sit back and just really calm down and be okay. So, Antoine, how's everyone's weekend going? Mine's going pretty good, thank you. Congratulations. We all need mental health days. Absolutely. Cynthia, no problem. Thank you so much. How are your guys' day going, by the way? Are you guys doing anything exciting over the weekend? Rain, how are you doing anything exciting over the weekend? You guys watching any horror films or plan on doing anything exciting? You do art. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah, emo girl. Hell yeah. I like art myself. We would have to hate to force YouTube vacation days. Yeah, the anxiety and stress do hit. Maya's gonna good. I saw Planet of the Apes. Oh, nice. So you saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? I like that. Hell yeah. Is it bad to say sleeping is my plan? No, not at all. Not at all. That's how you take mental health days, actually, is you get a lot of rest. Hey, Shane, how are you doing? Good to see you, too. I would be a channel member, but your channel, it doesn't show on my phone, but shows other channels join button. I can't explain that. I'm already aware that there's a lot of people who can't. I think the thing is, I was told that you have to be at, like, past a certain amount of subscribers for it to show, like, on certain phones and certain apps. I don't know what it is, but yeah, for some reason, it's just not doing it. Financial, not so great, but I'm okay. Get through it. Yeah, pretty close to being the same. I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm getting through it. It's okay. We're gonna make it. New Apes movie looks awesome. It really does. I've heard good things about it, actually. Surprisingly, I've heard a lot of decent people are going in there, having a lot of fun watching it. And I think I was a little bit worried because I watched Jeremy John's review. Oh my goodness, dog. My goodness. Barking every 20 seconds. Give me 1 second. Need to make sure nobody's locked outside because she's barking like crazy right now. No. They would have messaged me if that was the case. And I got my TV, see if I can find it, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I appreciate you wanting to become a member, though. I really do appreciate that. Still going to watch the fourth, though. Love the first two. Didn't like the third. War for the Planet of the Apes. I actually have yet to see War for the Planet of the Apes. This is like the only one I haven't watched, and now the New Kingdom. I haven't seen those ones, but I really loved Dawn. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I loved it so much, I went back and saw it twice. I thought it was great. JC, church bells or dogs barking. Hope you are doing good. Thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of distractions here. As a matter of fact, at some point, that back room, I'm probably going to be turning it into a soundproof room to where none of this outside stuff can affect the filming process or anything like that. Cannot wait to do that. Let's see here. Jordan, you were so sweet and you're welcome. It's not, I'm doing not, no, I'm doing nothing. I understand. I feel the same though. I'm not spoiling because I think you should watch it. Oh, the Kingdom? Yeah, definitely don't spoil it here. We will watch it. Also, I lost my membership again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Does the Chucky collection from Arrow work on U.S. players? I don't know. See, I've ordered stuff from Arrow, and unfortunately, some of them are Region B, so you have to have like a region-free player, like it plays all regions versions of movies. Yeah, I didn't know that until later. Actually, as a matter of fact, I own a Hellraiser collection, and those Hellraiser movies are Region B, so I can't even watch them. Yeah. Any new clowns for your collection? Not necessarily. The only one I got now was a Pennywise doll that was sent to me by Ripper Kitten. Ripper Kitten sent me a Pennywise Living Dead doll. But how's Twinkie? Twinkie is down on the floor over there. You might not be able to see him. I don't think you can see him, actually. One sec. You can kind of see him right there. If you look where my finger's point... Actually, let me go ahead and get that properly up there. If you look where my finger's pointing, he's right here. You can see his little face right there. Yeah. He's doing good. He's back there just chilling. Where can I buy a player that works for all regions? All you have to do, I think, is pretty much look up a region-free player. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. Yeah. And we got Jasper right behind me. Jasper, which is probably my new favorite clown. I love Jasper. I'm actually going to change the title of this. I feel like you need a life-size clown now. By what? Oh, okay. See you later, Shadow. I have a Region DVD player that plugs into the TV. Life-size Pennywise would be dope. You know, they actually do sell life-size Pennywise. I'd love to get something like that, but man, where am I going to put it? Don't know where to put it right now, but maybe someday I'll have the space to do that. Yep, at some point here soon, I'll be taking more pictures of the house, guys, and sharing that with patrons and members of the channel. I'm going to show you every single room, including probably the attic at some point. That should be fun. You guys are going to enjoy that, seeing that creepy-ass attic. That's too funny to say that and leave. What did Shadow say? See if I can find it, but it doesn't. That's the best part of organizing the room. Yep. Once this room is all organized and stuff, I should have some space. I have more than just one, like, life-size clown, too. So. Spirit app in the new attic? Maybe. We might do something like that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a little recorder right here. Yep, a little voice capturer, which I will be using, obviously, in my investigations in the future, which I'm excited to start doing. I've actually been working out a lot, again, recently. I've actually been doing a lot of yard work and going on walks and stuff, so I'm trying to get into shape before I start doing paranormal investigations. I want to be in decent shape when I do so. So, and I'm pretty good right now. My job has helped me out a lot. I'm actually able to, like, walk a good distance and not get out of breath or anything like that. Yeah, 30 people watching. Hey, everybody. Welcome. And yeah, if you guys have any groups that you want to share this live stream with, yeah, go ahead and share them ASAP. I have a debunker group that I could share this with, but I don't know if they're going to let me post it because that'd be kind of promoting my own channel, and I don't think they're going to let me do that. But if there's any other pages that you want to share this with and get more people in here, yeah, by all means, share and get more people in here. I would love to have more people hop on in and be a part of the live. Come on, one shameless plug. I tried these Mexican lollipops. They're sweet, spicy, and salty. I've heard that's what they taste like, too. Yeah, I've seen videos from Eddie VR, and they would try a lot of stuff like that. Ivor, yo, J-Carts, hope you're doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Why can't I get a membership even though I'm a patron? If you have an iPhone, if for some reason won't let you join as a member on iPhone, I don't understand it myself. I mean, I feel so bad because I get that question so often. Why can't I become a member? Why isn't it giving me the option to? And frankly and bluntly, I just don't know. I just don't. I've looked up the reasons why, and I still can't even get a clear answer for it. So the only thing I can tell you is probably the best thing that Cynthia said is if you have a computer or anything like that, a Chromebook or something, definitely try your Chromebooks, your laptops, your computers, because those are probably the best options to become a member on. I hate to say that because I really wish I could tell you why it's not letting you on like iPhone or anything, but I just don't know. I really wish I knew more. Do you want to hear a fun fact about me? Yeah, absolutely. Just got a news report. Northern Lights will be visible from 11 till 3 a.m. your time. Oh, well, good. I have another, that means it gives me like another 30 minutes to an hour to hurry up and end this live stream. So we have another about 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll go ahead and end the live stream, and then I'll go outside and try to see the Northern Lights. You only have your iPhone? I'm so sorry to say. I'm sorry. Maybe if you can have a friend and you can actually get on their phone or their computer or something, maybe that might be a better way to do it. But unfortunately, I just don't know what else to tell you. Rain, if you have an iPhone, there's a spot where you can renew it, but I would try the computer like Jordan said. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hello! Hey, Kayleen. Hey, a lot of people are hopping on in now. I see that almost went up like 10 people. It's all good, guys. It happens. It's okay. Darren, hey, how you doing? Be away from city lights and then show it better. We live in such a small town. There are lights literally everywhere. Yeah, the most that we saw the other night were like just the skies were slightly pink, but it wasn't like anything crazy. And maybe we just weren't looking hard enough, or maybe we weren't looking in the right direction. I don't know. Yeah, try on your friend's tablet. See if that will help. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're all doing well. And by the way, I plan on watching that new Mythos video about Twin Paranormal. I will be watching it. I'm curious to know what he has to say. Yeah, trying on your friend's tablet. We could see the Northern Lights in the UK last night. That's so cool. Hell yeah. When I was little, I used to watch some really scary movies, and then, but they never scared me. And still today, I never get scared of scary movies. Yeah, I know several people who actually watch horror films, and they find them more funny than they do scary. Yeah, just depends on who you are, I guess. I certainly found quite a few horror movies growing up to be terrifying. The original Pet Sematary. Oh my God. Dude, you need to come join Call of Duty with us and Beardo sometime, man. Oh, are you guys the ones who play Call of Duty? Yeah, at some point I would love to play Call of Duty again, and I would love to play with you guys. That'd be a lot of fun. Hell yeah. What kind of Call of Duty do you play? I really enjoy Cold War. I enjoy Cold War zombies quite a bit. I'm pretty beast at them, not to brag, but I can definitely put in the work on some Call of Duty Cold War. And if you get ready for some cussing, because if I get shot and sniped on like live, oof, I lose it. Especially when it's constant. It's one of those games that's like it's a good it's a good trigger game. Like if you gets me like amped and then pissed off when I die too much. Oh yeah. But it's amazing. You can't really get more fun than Call of Duty. Brings me back to a time where me and my friends would lay down on the floor, sit down on chairs, and just play Call of Duty for hours, eating Doritos and liter pops that we'd buy from the dollar store. I watch scary movies to my fingers and scream like a little schoolgirl, but I do love them. They are my roller coasters, which I hate. LOL. Absolutely. That's the fun. You know what? It's so fun. Angie, welcome. You're not late. You're good. Thank you for making it. Mainly multiplayer stuff. Cussing is a part of it. Oh, yeah. Especially when people are, like, camping and stuff and they snipe you. Which would you rather have, a life-size Pennywise, Freddy, or Jason? Now that you give me some options there, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go with Jason. And the reason why I'm going to go with Jason is because Jason's my guy. Friday the 13th, my favorite horror franchise of all time, I got to go with Friday the 13th. I mean, I literally was drinking out of this cup earlier. I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan. And I'm about to say something extremely blasphemous to a lot of horror fans. I prefer Friday the 13th over Halloween. Oh, yeah. I might have gone there. I might have just really offended a lot of people just by saying that. I prefer Friday the 13th over the Halloween franchise. Yep. But I will say, in defense, I will say the original Halloween from 1978 is better than almost every Friday the 13th movie. Yeah, weird enough. I prefer the franchise Friday the 13th over the Halloween franchise, but I prefer the Halloween movie, Halloween 1, over all the Friday the 13th movies. It's very weird. So if someone were to ask me, which would you prefer, okay, for the rest of your life, you had to pick between these two franchises to live off of, would you rather watch Friday the 13th for the rest of your life or the Halloween franchise for the rest of your life? I'm going to probably be picking the Friday the 13th franchise for the rest of my life. As much as I love and adore the original Halloween, I just, got to go with Friday the 13th. But it's also very nostalgic. Friday the 13th was, like, literally the first horror film I ever saw. Friday the 13th Part 3 was, specifically that one. I would say Freddy for my life size. Hey, I appreciate that. Freddy is unique. I mean, it really is a genius idea. Like, when we sit back and just think about it, like, yeah, Jason's pretty much, I mean, he literally is a ripoff of Michael Myers. There really is no defending it. He really is. Even they say that. That's where the Friday the 13th creators got their idea, was John Carpenter's Halloween. They pretty much just copy and pasted Michael Myers for the Friday the 13th franchise, which is fine. Inspiration, right? Yeah. Having said that, I do think out of all of the classic slashers, the big three, which is Freddy, Jason, and Michael, Freddy is by far the most creative. I mean, who would have thought that a guy wearing a Christmas sweater, a burned guy wearing a Christmas sweater, a fedora, and razor gloves would be as scary as he was? That was a genius idea. Like, holy smokes. I would never have even thought of something like that. You would watch Friday the 13th the rest of your life? Yep. As much as I like Halloween franchise, they needed to stop after three movies ago. Don't get me wrong. I love Halloween 2018. I love that film so much. And I really do like Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends, I gotta rewatch. It's one of those films where I can see both sides of it. I can understand why someone would love it, and I can understand why someone would hate it. And for the most part, I've definitely seen more hate than love for Halloween Ends. However, having said that, it's certainly not a bad movie. In my personal opinion, Halloween Ends was a good movie, but just a really bad Halloween movie. Yeah. 78 Halloween is my favorite. That was the first horror film that my dad showed me like a year after it came out. Great parenting. Oh, freaking phenomenal parenting. He knew he had good taste in horror. The Scariest Elm Street to me when I was a kid was Part 2. Part 2 had some really intense moments for sure. Yeah, I can see that. The school bus and everything, because if you're a kid and you have to get on a school bus, that is a scary concept for sure. Phantom of the Sea, it has been a week. How are you doing, Phantom? Freddy for your life size. I agree. Stir the pot, Jordan. Ah, yes. Freddy, that's my pick. I grew up on Elm Street, and the exact address as the movie. That is so cool. We have an Elm Street here in town. I wish the would expand on Nightmare on Elm Street lore. He is a dream demon, so that means there have been others, and it would be cool to see a different one. Like a different Freddy. That would be an interesting concept, wouldn't it? Like a different person who can go into people's dreams. That would be really cool, actually. They could really explore that. Who was that in the thumbnail? That big clown on top of the shelf over there. Yep. I got the application for my apartment down. Hell yeah! Congratulations, Phantom. That's so awesome. My eyesight got blurry. The first horror movie was... Your first horror movie was a movie called Zombie Strippers? I don't know what to say about my childhood. That is certainly an interesting one. I don't think I've heard of that answer. I've heard people say The Exorcist. I've heard people say Nightmare on Elm Street. I wish I would expand on Nightmare lore. By the way, TJ, I'm not sure if I said thank you for hopping on in, but thank you for hopping on in, man. I think it's Travis, right? I'm going to get heat for that. I'm going to get so much heat for that. Robert Englund? Robert Englund's a master. You beat me with zombie strippers? That's a pretty out there answer. Friday the 13th Part 3 was mine. My sister snuck it on. I remember the day. Oh my mom was so mad. She was trying to keep us away from those kind of films, right? Rated R, PG-13 movies. And my mom and dad went out, comes back. Sister is watching the Friday the 13th marathon with both of us next to the TV, and Friday the 13th Part 3 was on. Always fun in your lives. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Child's Play was the first scary movie I saw. I remember being terrified, but now it doesn't bother me so much. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think my sister's first horror film was also Child's Play. Yep, I remember we were laying on my parents' bed back in Stanwood, Washington, and it was around Halloween time. The days where we would watch horror movie marathons and stuff. Oh, so good, so nostalgic. But Child's Play was on, and then once Child's Play was over, Candyman came on. But yeah, I remember Child's Play really traumatized her a little bit. She was kind of freaked out. It was pretty fun for me. I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, Child's Play was a crazy one. Hi, there is Sonia. Hey, good evening, buddy. How are you doing this evening? And what are your thoughts on the trailer for the film adaptation of Wicked the Musical? You know what? I didn't think it looked bad. I'm not sure if it came out with a new trailer, but the trailer I watched, it looked fine. Yeah. Yep, I lived in Washington. Normally I'm from Stanwood, Washington. My favorite Friday the 13th is 7. With a telekinesis. Oh, yeah, pretty much Carrie versus Jason. I actually watched that one not too long ago. Me and Ashley watched it, yeah. That was a lot of fun. Ashley here in the comments. Ashley Harmon. We both watched that one. Revisiting a lot of the Friday the 13th movies of lately. And it's a lot of fun to do. The X-Files episode. Guess what? I've never seen the X-Files. I've never seen them. That was the chair. Before anybody freaks out, that was the chair. 100%. Don't be scared. Thoughts on the Chucky TV show? I actually have not seen it all the way. Nope. And by the way, there's a possibility me and Ashley might be doing some extra exclusive content for Patreon and members. So if you wanted me to react to videos with somebody, Ashley might be coming over and actually doing some reactions with me. If I want to peek into zombie strippers, I'll drop a quote. I don't know if I should say yes or no to that. How about these life-size choices? Carrie, Candyman, and Jack from The Shine. I know they just recently came out with a life-size version of Megan from the movie Megan. And there were a lot of comments that kind of make it almost is kind of true, which is unfortunate. But there's probably, I mean, there are weirdos everywhere. But I was like, when I first saw that, I thought that was kind of it was cool for the horror fans out there. But at the same time, I'm like, there are going to be a lot of creeps who are going to order that Megan doll. It's life size and be weird. I just don't even want to imagine what people do, That's the first thing that went to my mind. It's like, oh no. Like, if there's any pedophiles out there or shit, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose it. Ugh. As much as I love that stuff, like Chucky, life-size Chucky, Tiffany from Child's Play. I mean, all of them. It's like we're gonna have creeps. Yeah. Do you have to watch it? I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the newest season. Yeah, I can't wait either. But honestly, Jack from The Shining and Candy, I would. All those ones would be really cool to have. Megan doll, yep, and it's life size. Oh my gosh, it's life size. X-Files is amazing. Are you Farscape and Fringe? Are you into I've never seen that either. Rule 34 has no bounds, unfortunately. Rule 34 has no bounds, unfortunately. Ugh. I'm so looking forward to watching the film adaptation of Wicked the Musical for my birthday, December 24th. Did you watch the new Disney's The Haunted Mansion? You know, I've been curious about that one. I know it got a lot of mixed reviews. There's a lot of people who either really liked it or really didn't like it. I'm curious about it because I wasn't really all too much of a big fan of the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion. I really felt like it could have been a lot better, especially looking at it as an adult where you have like Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, and the Haunted Mansion. Curse of the Black Pearl is a masterpiece. At least for me, I thought it was just amazing. As pirate movies go, it's just fantastic and pretty original. So, amazing movie. And then we get the Haunted Mansion, and it's just like, you really could have done better. You really could have given us something crazy cool with this. And I thought the new one actually would look like it was going to give us something crazy cool. And then I saw the reviews, and I'm like, ah. Sadly, there are already dolls designed for such horrible people. Very true. Very true. Hey, welcome back, Francis. Glad you can make it back, man. Walking in a room at night and seeing it standing there, yeah, it'd be pretty messed up. Latowski, I see strippers dead, then I see her not so dead. I see severed heads and not so dead too, but I also see not so dead stripper strip, and she, how you say, knock them dead? Oh my. Curse of the Black Pearl was your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I think it would be 99% of everybody's favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie. The Curse of the Black Pearl is just fantastic, and it's really cool. It's the music too. It's just so good. When we talk about action films, it's up there in my favorite action films of all time. Yep. The action in Pirates of the Caribbean is actually really good. Your favorite is Dead Man's Chest. That is the only Pirates of the Caribbean film I saw in theaters. I remember going to the theaters and watching Dead Man's Chest. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun. I couldn't understand where that movie got so much hate. To me, it was actually a really good sequel. Like, it got dark, and it was like the villain was like awesome. And I think where people kind of, unfortunately, I feel like Davy Jones should have been built up or like used a lot more than he was, like as he was in like 2 movies. This was supposed to be like the finish of a franchise feeling, but unfortunately we've got it like in the next 2 movies after the first movie. And I feel like you could have like, here's what I would have done. I would have done the first Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. On Stranger Tides would have been next. Then I would have done the one with, I have not seen it yet, the newest one that just came out, Dead Men Tell No Tale, and then I would have done Davy Jones as like the final villain, because Davy Jones, of course, is like this. I mean, technically, he's the devil for the ocean. He's like the perfect final boss for a Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, but for some reason, they used him so soon. Blackbeard would have been a good second villain, and then you could have gone into Javier Bardem's character. I gotta watch that movie. Yep, that's the one he says, I got a jar of dirt. Yeah. Hey, Cheyenne! Welcome! You can't be here that long. It's understandable. I get it. Thank you for sharing the GoFundMe, Francis. I appreciate you, man. I haven't shared it this entire live stream. I've kind of been trying to lay off sharing it myself because I just don't want to keep pushing it on people. But if anybody wants to donate to the GoFundMe, I have a GoFundMe up right now. Any amount helps for my buying my house. I mean, literally, we start paying for it next month. So, like, if you want to donate, now is like the time to start going over there and try to donate if you want to help. You don't have to. It's, of course, okay. But the more donations we get, the easier and less stress it's going to be on my shoulders, because I got to, pay bills and pay out of my own pocket and stuff to handle all that stuff. So if you like the channel, I actually recommend doing that more than I even do like super chats. Go over to the GoFundMe and donate to the GoFundMe. And again, Francis just posted the link to my GoFundMe. You love Black Pearl. The coin scene was aesthetically appealing. Yeah. And, of course, Barbossa being, like, the best villain in the entire franchise. I mean, don't get me wrong. Davy Jones, to me, is so good. I love Bill Nighy as Davy Jones. And then the visual effects for Davy Jones, like the motion capture and the CGI, actually works awesomely. It was, like, one of the only characters that had CGI that actually was, like, damn, this is actually awesome. It's actually, dude, Davy Jones CGI from that, when did that movie come out? Dead Man's Chest was like a 2003 or 2004 movie, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, maybe, no, it might have been 2005. I can't remember when Dead Man's Chest came out, but Dead Man's Chest, the CGI for Davy Jones looked better than the Beast did in the Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast. It looked more realistic. Isn't that not sad? that Disney could not do better with its CGI back in like 2017 compared to like Davy Jones. And crazy how certain movies really put a lot of effort into the CGI of their characters. And not even just Davy Jones, the whole crew. The whole crew looked amazing. Johnny Depp is an amazing actor. I have seen him in a lot of movies. Yep, I love Johnny Depp. I'll tell you, I love Johnny Depp, and I love some of his performances. There are a lot of performances that he has done, though, that I cannot stand. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? I'm a big Johnny Depp fan. Don't get me wrong. Love the guy. But certain movies that he has done are just wasted potential. Mordecai. That really hurt, actually. I shouldn't have said that. So that movie, Mordecai, and I might get some heat for this one. Alice Through the Looking Glass is one of my least favorite films of all time. I hate Alice Through the Looking Glass. I actually was a decent fan of his Tim Burton's first Alice in Wonderland, but Alice Through the Looking Glass was just horrendous. I literally got physically ill watching Alice Through the Looking Glass because of the CGI and the craziness that it decided to do. I got physically ill watching it. And I understand it got more mad and crazy like Wonderland's supposed to be, but yikes. And then Johnny Depp was almost cringy in that movie. Sorry, Johnny, but that was not your best. And then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I cannot stand Johnny Depp and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Probably one of my least favorites there, too. That's probably the saddest part right there, Francis, is that the fact that you don't even remember watching it. Yeah, forgetful. You're right. It is forgetful. The only part of that entire movie that was somewhat rememberable for me was Sacha Baron Cohen as Time. I think that's what we played. Time. That's probably the only part that I actually remember. Other than that, the movie was... What? What? You really want to show me an art piece? That'd be awesome. Send it to my Instagram. Blink and you miss him. That's right. Yeah, he's barely in the movie. Well, he's in the movie, but yeah. I like some of Johnny Depp's movies. I don't think I like him as a person. He scared me as a kid. Why'd he scare you as a kid? I can see it, though. He's done some pretty crazy performances. I'll tell you one right now that nobody talks about. If we want to talk about Johnny Depp performances, there's one that nobody talks about, and that is his performance as, I think his name was Whitey Bulger. Yeah, Whitey Bulger from Black Mass. I think that's his name. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. It's gonna bother me. Black Mass from 2015. Yep, I was right. Whitey Bulger. So Johnny Depp played a mobster or a gangster in the movie Black Mass named Whitey Bulger, a real gangster. And he was scary. He was actually, like, terrifying in Black Mass. Nobody talks about that film. Mobster. You don't think you saw it? Trust me, check it out. It's a surprise. It really is. Saw Black Mass in theaters. It was disturbing. It really was. It was a damn decent movie. I think unfortunately, it could be a little bit forgetful. It could have been a lot better directing-wise, but Johnny was actually, like, amazing in it. I wish we could see more movies like that with Johnny Depp than more movies like, and I actually like Dark Shadows, but more movies, less movies like Dark Shadows, Lone Ranger, Alice in Wonderland, and more movies like Black Mass. I'd love to see more of that stuff. Yeah, his movie Tusk. Yeah, when he was in Tusk, yeah, it was weird. Sleepy Hollow is very underrated. I love that flick. Finally, I've been live. Finally been in a live stream. Hey, welcome. Maybe I'm getting confused. Why are you getting confused? He is a Dreamcatcher, isn't he? No, he's not in Dreamcatcher. That was a movie with Jason Lee was in Dreamcatcher. Yeah, Stephen King's Dreamcatcher. Oh, God. My eyesight's getting blurry. You like Lone Ranger? Hell yeah! I actually saw that for my birthday. You heading out, Cheyenne? Have a good night if you're heading out. Johnny's a great act. I don't have Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't find him interesting in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I did find him interesting in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Have you seen The Ninth Gate? No, I've never seen The Ninth Gate. Love Johnny Depp, Sleepy Hollow. He just takes whatever role that interests him. Johnny's a great actor. He needs better material to work with. Absolutely. KJ, remember? Yep, I remember you. Secret Window. I was actually going to mention that one, and Francis mentioned it before I did. Secret Window was a very underappreciated Johnny Depp movie. Jordan, it's an uncommon opinion. That's my favorite Johnny Depp performance is Jack Sparrow. Is it an uncommon opinion that my favorite Johnny Depp... No, it's a very common opinion. Everybody likes Jack Sparrow. Everybody. He got a lot of hate for Lone Ranger. Yeah, because a lot of people really felt like they could have gotten a full-blooded Native American to play Tonto. That's the reason why he got a lot of heat for that. I'm pretty sure he has some Native American in him, but they really wanted to see like a full-on Native American play that role. And not only that, but, you know, yeah, I liked it for what it was. It's not a phenomenal movie by any means, but I liked it for what it was. It was fine for me. Yeah. I actually prefer The Lone Ranger over, like, Alice Through the Looking Glass. And it's like some of those ones. It was a bad casting choice. Nothing against Depp. Obviously, I don't blame him for what happened. But, yeah, I think people would have much preferred, that. It was just a miscast. There was no way that you just said everybody likes Jack Sparrow. Not everybody. I mean, if you don't like him, that's your choice. I like Jack Sparrow. From the first Pirates of the Caribbean specifically, I like Jack Sparrow. But, yeah, it's all a matter of opinion. I heard he's very kind guy. Unfortunately, Johnny Depp movie I cannot watch is Cry Baby, a secondhand embarrassment. It's a good movie, but I can't. Hey, Glenn. I hated Canatai's supposed to pick. It was so mid. Yep, he's awesome. I drink a barrel of rum with him. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't hang out with Jack Sparrow. And there's a reason why I wouldn't. Because he would rob me. Yeah. Jack Sparrow would rob me. If we hung out, even if he got me drunk, he would rob me at the end of the day. If I had any money, it's gone. I guarantee it. So you got to think about that. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't trust him. I absolutely love this show. Please keep doing what you're doing, and much love to you. Thank you so much, Air Force. I appreciate that. That's why the rum's always gone. Yep. What killed Zapotha? When was it became a real thing? Hey, Tanya. How you doing? Thank you for hopping on in. I'm actually, and one I actually do appreciate, believe it or not. There's actually a Johnny Depp movie I actually really love that a lot of people don't like, and that is Dark Shadows. I liked Dark Shadows a lot. I didn't understand why it got so much hate. I guess maybe the movie got a little too silly, but I dug it. Give it a shot. If you have not seen Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp, I'd say give it a shot and determine if you like it. I would say I like it because I like the gothic feel. I like Johnny Depp as Barnabas Collins. I think it's a classic vampire-esque kind of feel to it, which I appreciate. I think where the movie kind of lost me was towards the end a little bit. I think the ending could have been a lot better. I mean, there's a really cringy scene. And unfortunately, it comes from probably one of them who I think is a very talented young actor, and that is Chloe Grace Moretz. Chloe Grace Moretz's character says a very cringy line towards the end, and it's almost unforgivable to the sense where it's like, I had to look away because I did get secondhand embarrassment. I'm like, oh. Dude, I was almost named Angelic because my mom loved that movie. That's awesome. Angelica. Freddy Krueger kind of scared me a little bit. I don't blame you. Yeah, he scares my little sister. What do you all think about the Crow remake? The Crow remake, Here's the thing. I don't think it looks bad. I don't. I think it looks kind of like a generic action film from today's society. It has like a very early 2000s feel to it, like an underworld vibe. Yeah. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on who you are. But for me, it looked fine. It just looked fine. Take that for what you will. I kind of like the tone. I don't mind the way that they made Bill Skarsgård look. I know a lot of people hate it because he looks like Jared Leto's Joker. I get that vibe too, but I don't hate it like a lot of people do. Hey, Jersey. Hey, Hair Force. Thank you for the donation. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate you. A lot. Thank you. You rock. Keep on keeping on. I didn't see it yet. I'm like, it isn't needed. I'll tell you what right now. Even knowing, and I can't go off a trailer I can't judge a movie by the trailer. I just can't. I mean, the movie might come out and it might be mind-blowing and be like, oh my gosh, this was actually amazing. That can happen. So I can't really judge a movie by the trailer. I'm going to wait and see how the movie turns out. I've only seen the first Crow. That's it. I really enjoyed the first Crow. I didn't love it like a lot of people did. I know there's like diehard fans of the Crow. I thought it was a good movie, but not like a phenomenal film. My opinion. I'm not trying to piss off anybody, but it's just a good movie in my eyes. It's not, it's nothing like, I'm not going to put The Crow up there with films like, in my mind, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, or the Lord of the Rings trilogy, or something like that. The one thing that made that movie so memorable was Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee made that movie awesome. If Brandon Lee was not in The Crow, that movie probably would not have been as good as it was. So he added a lot. Oh, did another the Phantom. Hey, the Phantom of Yore. Oh, that name sounds familiar. And the guy from The Hills Have Eyes was playing him. They had one costume, and the guy from The Hill. What I don't like about the remake is that they didn't just do the comic. The original had left out a whole skeleton cowboy character because Brandon Lee died before they shot those scenes. That's a shame. That's a shame. He would have taken off the performance. Yep. So Heath Ledger too. Isn't that crazy? Both Heath Ledger and Brandon Lee probably would have had amazing careers after those movies have came out because both of them gave such good performances. Oh, it's so sad. It hurts. It hurts to think about it. It's like, damn. It's like what Heath Ledger could have been doing today. I mean, this guy won an Oscar. Who knows how many Oscars he probably would have brought in by now. Hey, Peachy, how you doing? Yeah, Chris Farley's another one I think about quite a bit. You ever have those like thoughts about like, certain actors and what they would have been doing today if they were still around? Chris Farley is one of those actors that comes to my mind a lot. Pretty much Kevin James's current career would have been probably given to Chris Farley if Chris Farley was alive. I used to think that all the time. It's like, yeah, he would have been in Grown Ups. He probably would have been in all these other films. I'm not saying Kevin James isn't like worthy of those performances, but yeah. I did not know Paramount is for sale. Oh, please don't let Disney buy it. No. Disney's going to buy it. River Phoenix. Yep, there's another one. Hello, Raven. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. We're at 29 likes with 37 viewers. Woo! Can we get this up to 40 likes? 40 likes in a matter of 20 seconds. I'm going to start the countdown. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5 more seconds. 4. 3. 2. 1. 34 is good enough. I appreciate that. Sony's going to buy... Oh, not Sony. You know, nothing discourages me more than the Sony opening before a movie. You're probably in for a very, if lucky, mid movie. Sony does not deliver on most of the stuff they release, specifically like comic book films and action movies. They do not deliver. Get A24 to buy Paramount. Please get A24 to purchase Paramount. That would be phenomenal. I would love to see A24 get more recognition. The counter reminds me of an angry parent. Maybe so. That's the vibe I was going for. Just watched it, kind of like it. You kind of like, what, the Crow trailer? Was that what we were talking about? The Crow trailer? I liked when you said one. One. I'm not sure how I said one now that I think about it. It will need to be its own film and be able to stand on its own feet. Exactly. I agree. I think going with the original Brandon Lee look, where I think a lot of people wanted it to go, was that Brandon Lee kind of vibe, I think would have been a big mistake. Kind of like how I felt what they would have done if they had gone that Tim Curry route with Pennywise for the 2017 film. I feel like you would have had a lot of people being pissed off. And not only that, but I feel like the performance would have been kind of underwhelming because it's just another rehash of what we already know. But because Bill Skarsgård did something so different with such an iconic character, it stood on its own. So we got to hope that that's kind of what they do with The Crow. The visuals are effing peak. The story needs work. I agree, but going Joker route was cringe to me. I can understand that. That is something I actually do genuinely agree with. I actually don't mind that they went with that kind of route, but at the same time, I get it. It's like, you could have done something a little bit better. But at least it's not copying Brandon Lee's version. I at least appreciate that. It's like, yeah, I would have done something different, but at least it's not Brandon Lee's look. Playing Fortnite and watching you. I appreciate that. I live about 15 to 20 minutes away from Bruce and Brandon Lee's grave and Jimi Hendrix. Wow. It will never be my Crow. I have no intentions to watch it after seeing him in it. It's just not it. To each their own. To each their own. If you choose to not watch such a film, then that is up to you. I do not judge. It'll probably be a while till I watch it, to be honest. It's not one I'm rushing out to go see. I'm sure they were probably hoping, because it is The Crow, that a lot of Brandon Lee fans or the original Crow fans would be like rushing out to the theaters, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I just had the most horrible game as a killer in Dead by Daylight. That always sucks. I actually would much rather be a survivor in Dead by Daylight because it doesn't piss me off more than being a killer does, because the killer is at somewhat of a disadvantage for obvious reasons, because it would be too OP if he had all these abilities. But yeah, if you let people escape, it's so annoying. I still respect your in your face opinions. You absolutely rock. Well, thank you. Do you want to hear my real name? If you want to post it, it's up to you. I thought about checking that game out. Is it free? It is not. I think Dead by Daylight goes for like $15 to $30, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think. Did you get to see the Northern Lights? I kind of did-ish. Not really. I wish I got better pictures, but I'm going to go out tonight and see what we can find. It's actually a matter of fact, we're getting close to that time where I'm probably going to have to end the live stream and try to go out there and look, because I think we're supposed to get them tonight too. People are so tired of remakes and reboots. That's a tired market at this point. Here's the thing. I'm not all against remakes and reboots. I know a lot of people really don't like them, and that's understandable. I mean, you are remaking and making... here's the thing about remakes. Unfortunately, most of them are cash grabs. And because most of them are cash grabs, everybody assumes that when one comes out, it's going to be a cash grab. There's no passion behind it. It's just someone trying to make bank off of something that was already perfect in someone's eyes. So that's why I think remakes get a bad rep. But there are certain remakes that really come out and shine, beautifully. The Evil Dead remake, for example. Amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. Evil Dead. John Carpenter's The Thing. The Hills Have Eyes from 2006, I want to say. Phenomenal remake. Gosh, what else? There are more. I promise you there are more. It's not coming to mind. I can't think of it. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of them. yeah. Now, neither am I, but I see the complaints everywhere. Personally, I'm always interested to see how it's done. Wish I could see the Northern Lights despite all the way from Korea. They're pretty cool. At least the pictures I saw. Your signal just died? Aw, that sucks. I feel like more remakes would be better if the producers announced their purpose with it. Yeah, if you're gonna remake something, either you make it better or that's unfortunate, man, that we just it's like every time I see a remake come out, I'm always sitting there like, I really wish one of these film studios would give me a script. Like, give me one of these properties and I'll remake it. Because I would go with a direction that's completely different from the original, yet trying to capture what made the original special, but make it stand on its own 2 feet. So, but unfortunately, they're never doing that. You missed it last night too, Francis? Damn. I'm in rural North Idaho near Canada, so we have a good, fantastic view of them. So Peachy probably has a good, fantastic view of them too. Suspiria. Oh, Dario Argento films? I like them. From what I've seen so far, I like them a lot. I have yet to see Suspiria, though. Izzy and Post Malone is effing peak, though. Ozzy. How about the It remake? Phenomenal. The It 2017 remake is a great remake. Yeah. I got to see them last night, and yes, they were so beautiful. I'm so... Yeah. But anyways, I'm probably going to have to end the live stream here in a few minutes, guys. I know, I got to see Suspiria. I do got to see it, Francis. I know. I do got to get off here in a few minutes, guys, because I want to go see the lights. But hey, Jordan, live in the vids. Love the live in the vids. Thank you so much, LB Games. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for hopping on in and telling me that. I was out on a walk with a date, and they were stunning. Get a gorgeous photo. That's so cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can you read my messages, please? 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 Sony does not want the Paramount app CBS? Huh. That's interesting. I'll head out early to hit the porch. Good night, Jordan. Good night, chat. All right, everybody. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream, guys. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody who did hop on in here. I know I wasn't on for too long. How long were we on, actually? About an hour and 20 minutes. That's not bad for a live stream during a weekend. I'm going to try to go live either every Friday or Saturday. So be on the lookout for live streams so we can just chat it up, see how your guys' weeks are going, keep updated on each other. But, yeah, it's been a busy week for me. I'm probably going to be busy again tomorrow. I'll try to get more content kicked out for you guys ASAP. More paranormal investigation reactions are going to be coming out for you guys here soon. I've been really working on getting that stuff kicking out again. So, but I really got to go, unfortunately. But, guys, thank you so much for checking out the GoFundMe. Continuously, if you guys want to head over there, you guys can have the option to head over there. I appreciate you all so much, but I gotta go, everybody. I'm sorry. I really know that I really wish I could stay on longer, but anyways, I'm gonna go and try to see those lights tonight. So hopefully you guys see them too, and have a great night. Thank you again for hopping on in. Take care, everybody. All right, I'll see you all later.